It's me, Magical Princess, Angel of Justice, Protector of the peace-loving planet of Rabufru, at your service. Hi, it's so nice to see everybody. It's been a while. I don't know, all the weeks are starting to blur by. I have no idea how long it's been. I'll have to go check what my last stream was, but anyway, it's nice to see some of my usuals in the chat. Hello, Green Demand, Akane, and Josie, and Wes, and anybody else who might be there. Nice to see you all. So, I'm doing pretty good, thanks, Akane. Oh no, it's been 20 years since I last streamed. It feels kind of like it. I'm doing good. Just been up to a lot, pretty busy. Had to do some traveling around, trying to find a new place to live and move, and at the same time I have a pretty big new freelance job, which I think I talked about one of the last times I streamed. A kids comic about gymnasts, which is really fun. I'm really enjoying working on it and learning a lot about gymnasts and the skills that they do and how gyms operate and that kind of thing. Also trying to work on my next Kickstarter. I was attempting to get it launched for November. I don't know if that'll happen, but I'm doing my best. Green Demand says, I'm doing good, just chilling, doing schoolwork and studying. Nice, I hope studying is going well. Yes, I'm doing good, it's just, oh my gosh, life just continues to get busier the older I get. I haven't really found a way to fit everything in yet. But yes, so today I decided that since I wanted to do some work on my Kickstarter rewards, I could do it with everybody and hang out. So we have this piece here, which I am planning on it being like a glow-in-the-dark sticker sheet, right? So it would glow in the dark, and I'm thinking that it would be kind of like, I don't know if anybody here has ever seen them, but where there's those glow-in-the-dark star stickers that you can put on your ceiling. I always thought those were the cutest things, and so I wanted to make some of my own, but with our characters, obviously, here also, so you could stick it on your ceiling or water bottle or whatever, and be able to see them in the middle of the night staring back at you, and you wake up after having a nightmare. Hopefully that's comforting. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm working on. Akane says, Kickstarter for the new volume? Yes, you were right, Akane. It's for volume 8. I've been working on the comic book pages, and I think I'm finally to the point I like to get to before I run a Kickstarter, and I did kind of promise back in the summer that I was going to do a Kickstarter this year, so I'm trying to do it in November. Hopefully. I need to obviously advertise it because my social media presence has been awful the last 3 years, but I think it'll help me with the motivation to just get it done in the end and make some new rewards, and I think it'll be really fun. Josie says, yeah, being an adult kind of stinks. Yeah. Green Demand says, Allie, play Pillar Chase 2. It's a fun Roblox game, not an insanely made horror 1v8 game. I feel like that was another language. I don't know. many of the words that were in that sentence. I don't know much. I live under a rock. If it really is a horror game, I tend to not play horror games because I am a scaredy cat. But thank you for the suggestion. Akane says, also relatable, life for me is way busier than it was 2 years ago. Feels like since I turned 18, life decided to put piles of work onto me. Yeah, life does just keep getting faster. Well, I hope it's an enjoyable life, though. I definitely have a lot of cool things, happy things going on. It's just the time feels like it's going so fast, and a lot of life changes. Like, I moved up to Maine last year and kind of had to build the apartment that we're living in and build it out, and now we're looking at going back down to Florida, which was always the plan, but it just hasn't seemed to come together. And we thought we found a place, but then it fell through, and then 2 hurricanes happened, and then it's just been a mess down there. I have family down there. They had some house flooding. They are okay, and it's not too bad. They're replacing the floors today, actually. Which is one of the reasons I delayed my stream, because I planned to stream the day after the hurricane. I guess it was like on Thursday morning. My family texts me and they're like, oh good, we're safe, we're good, like the hurricane has passed and you know, there's no damage to the house, we're all good, power's just out, that kind of thing. And so I was like, okay, I can stop stressing, I'm gonna plan a stream. And then by the end of Thursday night, they had 3 inches of water in the house. And it wasn't even raining, it was just the fact that after the hurricane, all of the water from the other parts of the neighborhood just flooded into their yard and flooded the house. And then I felt really stressed about the cats and the dog and how they were going to fare. And I was concerned it was just going to keep rising if it started to rain again, but anyway, so that was the reason that I moved the stream originally from Friday to Monday, and then something came up on Monday, so I changed it to Tuesday. So that's kind of what happened. So everybody's fine. I was just concerned about them, and I just don't think I would have been able to focus on my stream. But I'm happy to be streaming today. Alright, we've got some Green Demand submitted art. I don't know what Pillar Chase is. It does look like something out of a fever dream, though. And so I'm going to do an art showcase for you all for Green Demand. This is what Green Demand made. I don't know anything about Pillar Chase, but it does look like something that belongs in a modern art museum. Cool. Akane says, it's nice to know you're safe and your family's safe. Great to see you again. I think I speak for everybody when I say we missed you. Oh, thank you. I miss talking to everybody too. I know it's been so long. And I'm really happy to be back today. Hopefully I can stream some more times this month. Allie's birthday's coming up on the 19th, which is pretty soon. So I'm gonna see if I can try to plan another stream this week to celebrate. Won't actually be celebrating on the 19th because Allie's sister is coming into town, which is so exciting! But maybe on Thursday or Friday it could be fun. I'm also gonna make a cake. I'm gonna do a double chocolate cake, so that should be exciting. I got all these new cake decorating tools because last month I helped, or Allie helped her fiance rather, make a cake for his sister's wedding, and that was a huge responsibility, and I am horrible at making cakes look pretty. I mean, they taste good, but they are ugly. And so I bought a bunch of cake decorating tools to, I don't know why this changed colors. Huh. That was weird. It's like some kind of glitch. Sorry, that was kind of in the middle of my story, but... Oh, that is so weird. Getting like weird glitches here for the color. There, that should do okay. Anyway, so I bought all these really fun cake decorating tools, like the little spinny table where you can do the frosting on the spinny table, and new cake pans and all kinds of things, and it looked pretty good. It was a little tricky in the end to frost it because we ended up going with a creme brulee cake where we I did a homemade caramel frosting, right? Did the caramel from scratch and then added powdered sugar to it after it was cool enough. Iced the cake with that, and then we put granulated sugar on it and got out the flamethrower to burn the cake. Green Demand says, you had a wedding. No, not my wedding. Not yet. This was my fiance's sister's wedding. And she asked if we would make her wedding cake because she knows that I bake, and I've made things like, you know, scones and cookies and cinnamon rolls for her before at family gatherings, but my cake decoration skills were definitely left a lot to be desired, and so I spent, you know, like 2 months practicing decorating cakes and got all these nice tools, and it ended up really great. She was happy with it, her guests were happy with it. The cake, I mean, I guess I didn't really have to be worried about how it looked in the end because we set the cake down and it was literally like cut up and distributed, all gone. 3-tier massive cake, I think within like 10 minutes. So nobody even really saw how it looked in the end, but everybody raved about how tasty it was. Josie says, I had a grocery store cake for my wedding. Yeah, that seems to make a lot of sense. It probably would have been easier if that's what she had done, but I was definitely very honored that she asked, and it was a big undertaking, but a really fun experience for me, a way to convince myself to get better at decorating cakes. Though I had always had dreams about doing my own wedding cake, but I will not do that now because this took so much time. I was like, oh man, I don't think that there would even be time, like if this was my wedding, to do this whole cake. Because the cake itself was like a week-long procedure leading up until her wedding. Green Man says, I almost wrote you at a grocery store. You owned a grocery store. Had the wedding in the grocery store. Akane says, happy early birthday. Totally got to do something for that. Maybe I'll continue the wiki. Oh, that would be fun. Thank you. Okay, there's Francis' hair. A little curlier than I normally draw it, but he's a chibi, so it doesn't really matter that much. Just let me know when I should check my email, Green Demand. Maybe I should have like an art show and tell stream sometime. Just have like everybody send me emails of their artwork, and then the whole stream I could just like pull them up one by one and talk about them. That could be really fun. Anyway, so I have all these cake decorating supplies from this wedding, which I guess was last month. It feels like a bajillion years ago. And so I want to make my sister a really, really nice cake for our birthday. When I say our birthday, I mean because Allie is a twin. So it's both my sister and I's birthday. I have like the hardest time trying to pretend that I'm Sky sometimes. I'm sorry to break character. I'm like, me, my creator, something. I don't know. I'm very confused about who I am. Got an identity crisis going on. But anyway, I'm excited. It's been a while since I've made like a chocolate cake, so that should be fun. Okay, the moon is coming into place here. There we go. Fire idea. Which one is the fire idea agreed to ban? Oh, the stream, the art submission stream. Yeah, that would be fun. Akane, you can send in music. I can do like a mixed media. So all my followers can send me any kind of art they do, and then we can all appreciate it together. That would be really fun. Wes says, art sounds nice. Would you do a Drawtober prompt list next year? I saw a lot of artists do it this year. Also, happy early birthday. Thank you, Wes. I've thought about doing one for a long time, honestly. Like, I had participated in a few Drawtobers years and years ago now. I think it was like 2015 and 16 or something like that. And it was really hard to do every day, for sure. Like, that was my biggest problem, is that I couldn't get enough time and motivation to do something every single day. But I did the one, I did like the original Drawtober. I forget what account that was, but there was like some original one that I did the first year, and then the second year I did Ocean and Space's Cute Girl Tober, which she still does yearly, but she no longer participates in it herself. She just kind of makes the list. But it could be really fun to try sometime. Maybe if I had a series of some kind of drawings that I wanted to do. I feel like France looks a little small. I'm gonna make it a little larger. There we go. Okay, now for all the celestial stuff in the background. I can take the line art off of some of these too, so I can see what I'm doing better. Oops. Okay. Green Man says check mail for real this time. Okay, I'll do that in a second. Let me read through the chat. I was answering one question and not paying attention to the rest. Connie says, yeah, music! Woohoo! Josie says, working on a book right now. Don't know if I'll ever publish it, but I'm having fun writing it. That's awesome! Writing is such a great hobby. I really used to think that I was going to do like novels and short stories and things before I ended up doing manga. I guess when I turned 18, I started submitting stuff to like writing competitions and stuff. I never got anywhere doing that, but I had such a fun time doing it, even if a lot of it never saw, you know, even submission to anything, and none of my submissions ever got anywhere, but it was definitely a rewarding experience. So I'm glad that you're doing that, even if you're not planning on doing anything with your writing. I just think it's an awesome way to spend your time. Greeny Man says, I'm actually working on my own animated series. Oh, that's cool too. Animation is so hard. I have definitely tried a few times, and now you can see that my animation kind of consists of make my 2D art move somehow. That's about as far as I've gotten. Sinhearted says, imagine a folder that's just music from the mail called the Fans Mixtape. Aww! That would be funny. Connie says, writing is really fun. That's one thing I think I'm good at. Awesome. I know you used to write a lot. Now I don't know if you mostly focus on music or writing. Greeny Man says, I have so many songs to submit. Oh, cool. Wes says, but would you make one for us followers to do? Yeah, I guess I could make a Drawtober list next year, even if I don't end up doing it. I think that could be really fun. I definitely got some good ideas, I think, for drawing prompts. I like to come up with fun ideas for drawing. One of my sister and I's things that we do together, since we're both artists, is we'll make a list of different things. I'll show you kind of what this looks like. I'll make a new. So we'll do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we have a 6-sided die, right? And then write things like flower, building, snake, pie. What's another good one? Let's see. I'm like looking around my room for inspiration. Electric, because there's an electric box right by my desk. Fan. And then we'll do usually like a second list of different things. Maybe like activities, so like jump, climb, sleep, etc. And then we do a few lists like this, and then we start to roll our dice. I forget, what does a 6-sided dice look like? Forgive me, I don't know off the top of my head. I should know because I use dice a lot, but I don't. So pretend that's a dice. And we'll roll it, and then it'll be like, oh, we rolled a 2 for building and a 3 for sleep, and you know, another list was a color or something like that, and then we'll have to combine it into a drawing. Like, I mean, this is just like the worst doodle, but there's a sleeping building. It's kind of like leaning over. I'll draw like a moon around it. I mean, obviously the prompts that go a lot smoother than that, but that's a game that we play together. I think I can come up with some cool Drawtober prompts by doing something like this. But it says, also hyped the glow-in-the-dark stickers. Yay! I'm glad that you think that they're cool. Allie play Pre-Fly Forest, Cat's Cradle, Amori OST. A song from Omori. Do you know if I'm gonna get like a copyright strike if I play that? That's definitely a concern because I don't want this video to be taken down, but if you would check that for me and then I can play it if not. Akane says, Allie, I had an interesting idea and might write it of ReZero and Magical Princess Sky combo. What if Magical Princess Sky had a similar tone to ReZero? I wish I could respond to that more. I know what ReZero is, obviously. It was very popular at the time when I originally started to go to conventions. However, I never ended up watching it myself, mostly because somebody just walked up to me and like spoiled the plot, which seemed to happen a lot in my early convention days. I don't know if that was like a prank that people really like to do, where they would just like walk up to you and be like, do you want to know the end of Full Metal Alchemist? And I'd be like, no, I'm planning on watching it someday. And they'd be like, okay, well, here it is. They would just tell you anyway. I had somebody do that for Madoka. You know, I had somebody do that for like ReZero. And several other ones that I can't remember now, but I was just like, what are these people's problems? I should have just started going like, la la la, I'm not listening. When people kept doing that. I have not had anybody do that to me in recent years though, but that's besides the point. I know what the ReZero characters look like, but I don't really know what kind of tone it has. You know, I know kind of the ending, obviously, because somebody was telling me about it, but I know that it's had more seasons since then, and I think there's a new one coming out soon. Akane says, I've binged ReZero 1 and 2 in a week since 3 is airing right now. Oh, okay, so I was right, yes. There is a new season coming out. Very cool. How's the new season? Wes says your manga is your novel. That's true! Yeah, I did go from, you know, writing, and then I went to writing and drawing. I mean, I'm still writing the dialogue. There's a lot of poem-y kind of stuff throughout Magical Princess Sky too, like where I'll just start going crazy on the poems. Like I wrote a rock song for the last volume and that kind of thing. I didn't think it was a very good rock song, but recently I talked to a guy who can play a lot of instruments, and he read the lyrics and he was like, actually this is pretty decent for a rock song, and I was like, oh cool, I'm glad. Glad it's not horrible. I've got to write another song for the next volume, so I'll see how that one turns out. Do this Planet Rings. I'll probably come back to this. I don't think this looks 100% correct. X says, I'm interested in seeing drawing streams. I've watched people's different ways of doing so. Everybody has their own process and way of thinking. It is really interesting. I tend to, if I'm gonna watch any streams at all, I will watch drawing streams. Or honestly cooking streams, but that's really rare to find VTubers that do cooking streams. But I've watched a few at least. But usually if I'm going to watch a VTuber, it's going to be a cooking stream because, a drawing stream, because as an artist it is interesting to see how people do things and how they think about it. Like, I was never big on watching artists do speed paints, where it's the art all sped up, and I've done a few myself, but there's just something so much more interesting about seeing the artist draw in real time and see what their thoughts are as they draw, and you know, how long it takes them to do certain skill sets and things. Yeah, I think it's really fun. Umbra says, it's been a little while since I was last here. No, Umbra, it's been a little while since I was last here. It's been a while. Welcome back, though. Nice to see you. How have you been? Oh, I never checked my mail. You were so right. I'm sorry, Green Demand. This is how you face me, coward. You're right. I didn't check my mail. Okay. Let me do that. 2 things in my mail actually. 12 minutes ago. I'm sorry. Okay, they're downloading so I can watch them. Alright. Let me read. Use the stream delay. It might be a super delay today, and also the thing is that I've been replying to people like pretty far up, and so by the time that like I read somebody's message, it might be like 12 minutes like before Green Demand here. Green Demand is also letting me know that dice is a cube. Not all dice is a cube. You haven't seen like 6-sided dice and 20-sided dice and that kind of thing, but obviously the dice that I drew wasn't even 6-sided. It was really bad, so you're right, I didn't draw it correctly, but... Zen says, had the funniest thought, if you made a baking channel, it would be Allie-chan Art. Instead of art. Oh, that's really cute. Oh my gosh. $1 million idea. X said, some people are just excited to share stuff, and then they accidentally spoil stuff. I don't know if that's what it was at the conventions or not. I really think, like, because I can tell when some people are just excited, and when some people just literally walk up to me and just spoil the ending of something without any other conversation and then walk away. It was different. I don't know what was going on in, like, 2017. Connie says, if you don't mind characters dying over and over again, then that's the kind of tone ReZero has. Oh, okay. Could be interesting. Proxima, hello, welcome! I'm doing good, how are you? The chat is late, yes, it's because I'm still catching up with everything. I'm like scrolling down as chat comes in. Also, hello, welcome Aaron, you have a good day too, and hi, Say. And hi, Albert, nice to see you. It has been a while. Alright, I'm going to go and look at what Green Demand sent me now. Sorry, Green Demand. Alright, I'm going to pre-watch before I put anything up. Okay. I don't really know what happened there. Is somebody like, somebody threw some eggs on a guy and then that guy picked up a Christmas tree and threw it at the other person? I think. I don't know. Is that what was happening? Can you confirm that, Green Demand? Umbra says, I'm both exact, same Umbra you always knew, and also completely different at the exact same time. Wow, that is poetic. That is the nature of evolving and growing and changing as we live. Proxima said, hey Allie, I said hello in chat 10 minutes ago, and you'll probably read this in the next 10 minutes. You're right, it did take me like 10 minutes, but I think I'm all caught up with live chat now, so I should be answering people as soon as I have. Ane says I've seen that video before, I think. It was very chaotic. My first thought that came to mind, I was like, I think this would make a good meme for Christmas time. Like on the one person who throws the eggs, I could put chat on their face, be like, chat wishes Sky a Merry Christmas, and then the guy who throws the Christmas tree would be me, and I'd be like, Merry Christmas in all caps, and I'd throw a Christmas tree back at chat. I don't know if that's even funny. I'm like the worst when it comes to knowing like what is funny and what isn't, which is the reason I never make clips or anything for this channel. Proxima wants to know what anime I currently watch today. That's a good question. So, let's see. So I am watching a quite a few seasonal anime this season, and I'm very excited about them. Alright, so I'm actually gonna pull up images. I'm really excited. So this season of anime, we have 3 magical girl anime, and all of them are very fun. It has been a long time since I've had like a good, fun, wholesome magical girl anime, so I'm like super excited. So let me get up the first one for y'all. Magical girl, because I can't remember what the name of it is. Yeah, Magi Lumiere. That's the first one. So I'm going to get up an image of it. Trying to find the image for the... Yeah, there we go. Okay, copy image. I want to draw some fan art of all of these so bad. I'm sorry, this image is like really blurry. Alright, the first anime that we have to talk about is Magi Lumiere Co. In this world, magical girls are needed so much because of all the monsters in the city that they have companies for magical girls. And so you work like a typical 9 to 5, except for your job is a magical girl. And it is so entertaining. I'm on episode 2 right now, and I really like this kind of more mundane look at what would happen if magical girls were super common. So this is a really fun one. I'm enjoying it. Alright, and now for the second one. I think most people have... I think this one's the most popular of them because this is the one that I heard most about before it aired, but this is actually my least favorite one, but it's still fun, so I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to copy an image. Alright, so this is Acro Trip. This is about this girl in the middle here, and she moves to a town out in the country, and she's just been constantly moving. She has trouble making friends, and she thinks that like everywhere she's lived is kind of the same, but she finds out that the small town she is has one thing that makes it very different, and that's the fact that it has a magical girl, a resident magical girl who protects the town. And so the main character decides that she's going to devote her school years to following around the magical girl and fangirling after her. And she ends up becoming kind of the lackey of the villain, because both the villain and this fangirl want to create situations for the magical girl to have to do some good fights, I guess, basically. So it's kind of silly. It's definitely a silly one, and it's not as strong as the other 2 this season, but it's a nice watch, and I'm just so happy that we have some magical girl content this season, so I'll take what I can get. But also, she has like the cutest character design, so I love her. I can see why everybody's a fan. Alright, but my third anime that I'm watching this series is my favorite. So let me get a picture of that for you guys. Girls in... Alright, I'm getting up an image. My internet is like all laggy. Alright, copy image. So this is a magical girl series that's more in the vein of like the original magical girls, where it's about witch girls, but there is some transforming happening with wands and that kind of thing. And in this one, the main character really wants to be a magician, and she wants to go to school for it because that's kind of the only way that you become a magician it's a magician, but it's, you know, they're really like actually performing like witch magic, I would say, so I don't really know why that's the English title, but that's what it is. And she has to kind of learn magic in a roundabout way, and there's a school and a cast of characters, and the backgrounds are so gorgeous and lovely, and the world building is spectacular, and all the characters are so cute. Oh my gosh, I love this one. This is my favorite this season. I feel like I'm transported back to being 12. I feel like I'm being transported back to first discovering the magical girl genre, and it just makes me so happy. Also, the character designs, all great. It's done by an artist who hasn't actually done much, but they did the character designs and story for another anime that I watched years back called Otome Yokai Zakaru, which nobody seems to know, but it has great character designs and a great story also, so. Alright, let me read the chat now that I've yapped about magical girls for probably another 10 minutes. Green Demand says, guess we do in circles now. Oh yeah, they are drawing a lot of circles in this anime. Is that what you're talking about? They have to learn, like, geometry to do magic, and so there is an episode where all the characters are just drawing circles for like a whole day, then like squares for a whole day, parallel lines for a whole day. It's really funny. Connie says, when do we get to return of the magical boys? Well, one of the things that I like about this series is that they're not afraid to have male characters. There's two right here, and both perform magic. There's quite a few other boys that also perform magic in this one, which makes me happy. You know, she has boys in her class that are doing their own things. And then, well, I mean, I guess the villain in this one is a guy, and he does magic. I don't know if he transforms, though. Like, they haven't really made that clear. I think he is technically considered a magical boy because he has apparently signed some contract that they're being very vague about that the magical girl has also signed. So they both signed some kind of contract, so I don't know if that makes him a magical boy or not. I guess I'll find out as I watch. This one does not have a magical boy in it. There are boys that support the magical girls in the office, though, by doing, like, IT jobs and sales rep jobs. But that doesn't really count. But still. We are getting a reboot of Shugochara, though, I heard. A manga, like a continuation manga of Shugochara, which is really exciting, because Shugochara is the largest magical girl franchise that has, like, tons of magical boys in it compared to all other ones, and so I'm really excited to see what they do or a reboot. I was really excited when I heard that. As a magical girl fan, I'm living right now. Okay, let me go back to my art project and then read the chat. Green Demand says, I haven't played the music. Did you check if I was gonna get copyright strike if I played that? That's what I need to know. Green Demand says, I've watched one anime in my whole life. One. Oh my gosh, what was it, Green Demand? Sin says, so corporate magical girl. Yes, it's so funny. X says, the idea that if magic was real, just become part of normal life is a pretty good plot for a story. Yeah, I thought that was really fun too. Sin says, it sounds so funny that the biggest ally to the villain is a fangirl of the magical girl. Yes, isn't it? It's a very funny concept. Like, it's definitely the weakest for me of the three this season so far, but there's only been 2 episodes of each out right now. But I definitely think this concept is pretty unique. And if it came out any other season when there wasn't 2 other magical girls, this is very rare to have 1 and even 3 of them. I think I would be much more excited about Acro Trip. I think it's just a little overshadowed by the other ones, but I am really enjoying it. I think it's really funny. Angel Stories, I have watched some magical girls and I love them so much. Oh good, so you've seen them too. Akane says, can you send me all through the anime titles in an email? I want to check them out. I'm going to email you anyway later about... Okay, yes, I will send them to you so you can check them out. Yeah, they're all three really fun and coming out this season. Umber says, the memories of sitting here not understanding anything are flooding back. About what? Oh, about geometry. A geometry dash reference. No, I mean like actual like geometry. Maximus says currently watching a romance comedy anime like 365 Days to the Wedding and the All Guys Material. I've heard about both of those this season, but I haven't given them a shot. I've really tended to stay away from romance anime these days. I am watching an older one though, or I'm trying to watch it. The episodes are like an hour long, and there's 12 episodes called Sword Story, and that has kind of like a romance theme to it, but it's mostly about fighting and ninjas and stuff. But that one's actually a really cute romance in the end. Like I didn't think I would really like the main couple, but as they spend time together, it's really cute. Akane says, Shugo Chara! Umber says, at 100% speed, does this anime look possible to you? What do you mean? Oh, I guess it's some meme. You're just confusing me. I guess everybody else maybe knows these memes. I've been living under a rock. I don't know anything. Okay, it's not copyrighted video game OST. Okay, I will go find it. I'm just gonna finish reading the rest of the chat first, but I copied the name. Greedy Man says, only anime was Pokemon Journeys. I don't know which one that was, but there have been a lot of good like a lot of very good Pokemon movies are pretty good actually. Josie says, I'm addicted to office romance anime. Interesting. I didn't know there was enough of those to know. Ooh, Green Man says, what's your favorite Pokemon? Everybody should answer. I'm really basic. I love Mew. I fell in love with Mew when I was like 4 years old, and I still love Mew today. It is the sweetest Pokemon, and also so mysterious and powerful. If you can tell, if you look at me closely, you might realize I have a similar color palette, if not the same color palette for reasons. But yeah, so there's that. I also really like Vaporeon though, and I also really like, I think it's called like Huku Miku or something like that. It's the like sea slug that has a hand that comes out of its mouth, and it's like a poison Pokemon from more recent years. I do love that as like a current Pokemon that I love. Umber says, Mew's the best Pokemon, no one will ever change my mind. Yay, same! Kane says, remember watching the original series? Oh my gosh, I watched the original one when I was a kid. It's kind of what got me back into anime. I decided to rewatch it when I was like 18 and depressed. And I was like, maybe I should find some like actual anime to watch, and ended up, you know, going down more of a magical girl rabbit hole that I liked when I was younger, and it definitely made me happy again. Okay. Angel Stories is recommending Matoi the Sacred Slayer. I have not heard of that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Mudkip is pretty cute, Akane says. Umber says, during 6 months or so I've been gone, knowledge about Geometry Dash has more than doubled. Oh, that's what the GD means! Geometry Dash. Interesting. What kind of game is that? Green Demand says, oh my god, Allie, and you have the same color palette. Yes, exactly. Was on purpose. Okay, I'm gonna play your song now, Green Demand. Playing it. I've heard great things about this game, but I have not personally played it. Is that I can turn up the desktop audio so other people can hear it for a moment. Since as my brain now has the idea of Mew with Allie hair, I can make it happen. I think somewhere I've drawn a lot of images of Mew over the years, honestly. So I'm just gonna go into my fan art folder and search Mew and see what I can find, and I can draw my hair on. Maybe Pokemon might do it, since it thinks I mean Tokyo Mew Mew. Umbra says, Geometry Dash is a rhythm game. I'd love to explain it, but we'd be here for a few hours. Oh my gosh, it's complex. Green Man says, this amazing song, I love it. It's a beautiful song. Oh, I think it's ending. Let me go and check. It just got really quiet. No, there's still like 3 minutes left. It just got eerily quiet, like it was going far away, and now it's coming back. This is a nice song. Looking for Mew again. And I think I had something else I wanted to share, but now it's slipped my mind. Oh, there we go. There's a good one. Oh, and then I drew this, like, Mew girl at some point also. Let me open... Okay, I can't open both. Okay. Oh, I meant to open the other one. Okay, so that's a Mew girl that I drew at one point. I meant to open the other Mew, though, which is the real Mew. I have to wait for it to come back up now. Oh, I remember what I wanted to show y'all. I wanted to show you guys my Pokemon card that I made for a contest. It didn't win or get in the top, but it was so fun. Now I'm struggling to find the other Mew. I'll read about Geometry Dash while we're waiting. It says, let me break it down for you, break dances. Okay, Oliver says, I will explain the basic cube mode for Geometry Dash and we'll go further. You play as a little 2D square. Okay. And when you click, the cube jumps. You have to jump over spikes and other things to get 100% of the way through the level. Geometry Dash spells the easiest game on the face of the earth and absolutely the hardest at the same time. I'm going to hold back from saying anything else because otherwise I will go waffle mode and that would be bad. Oh, what is the waffle mode? Okay, here's Mew. I found it. Ah. Okay, so I drew this in... It says 2019, but that's not true. This was definitely before then. I'm pretty sure. Right, that was a lovely song. Thank you for sharing. Okay, I'll bring down my background music now. Okay, so Mew. Then I can just take this and just This is gonna be me in a second. You can see the resemblance. There we go. Well, I'm now a mute. That was easy. Oh yes, let me bring up that Pokemon card now. I think it's in my main pictures and stuff here. Yes. I wasn't allowed to share it because I had submitted it for the contest, but since I didn't make it, I found out a few weeks ago, I can show it now. So I submitted this to a Pokemon contest. I got to choose from a few Pokemon to draw, and I chose Flygon, which is one of my favorites. So that was that. Greenwood says, I don't know what to talk about, vibing with the song, and it's over. It was a good song. Angel Stories says, I didn't know about Matoid's Secret Slayer until I looked it up today, and you're enjoying it. That's great. I will look it up on my thing so that I can see after. Yeah, this doesn't look familiar to me. Great art style, though. I'm gonna have to look into this later. Is it new or something? Let me see. No, 2016? Yeah, 2016. I don't know. I was definitely watching anime at that point, but I didn't hear about it. Very cool. Oh, you can make your own levels in the geometry game too? Interesting. Hello Spider, hi, welcome! Because YouTube doesn't give me notifications. Hi, welcome! Hi, welcome kawaii girl. Hey, let me show you what this looks like. I turned it into like a fake card so that I could see how it would look as a mock-up. So this is another Flygon card. I basically just took the art out of it and put my own. I was pretty proud of it. I thought it looked pretty professional. My idea was that Flygon stops to smell a flower that looks like its tail. Very cute. Anyway, I guess back to drawing. Oh, I've got a smoothie here I should gulp down. Alice Spider says it looks so good, and Akani says I need that card. As a collector of cards, I need it. Yeah, I wish they made it. I felt very confident about this. I was surprised it didn't even make it to the top 300. I was a little bummed about that. Honestly, all of the art that they chose all looked like one style, like very 3D-ish. Which was a little disappointing because some of my favorite Pokemon cards are the ones that have this more simple pastel vibe. Those are my favorite Pokemon cards, so. Oh well. Belgium and France, my two beloveds in one picture. Oh, you mean this one? Yes. Yes, this is the glow-in-the-dark sticker sheet. So, I'm planning on making it like black backgrounds, so then they'll glow in the, like you can see them on your ceiling in the dark. It'd be really cute. So I'm gonna do the shipping stuff now as a sticker sheet. Oh, Kane says chi. Wait, there's no chi. So I would love if we can make some chi merch. I will show you what else I've been working on. Unfortunately, Chi's not like that popular where I can't make something for him immediately, but I've designed a system where we might get some merch of some characters that aren't seen as much. So let me find my file. So this is some sketches. I'm going to make stickers of some characters. I'm going to start with probably 4 of these. And then for our stretch goals for the Kickstarter, let's say we start with like these 4 stickers. Then if we hit a stretch goal, I can unlock 2 more stickers. And then people can choose those as options or add them on if they want. And then the next stretch goal, we can add, 2 more stickers, and we'll get to chi pretty quickly, I think, by doing that. I also had the queen on here. I don't know where she went. Is she here? Yeah, there she is. I don't know why she's kind of... Yeah, just imagine she's not, like, floating around like a ghost in the background. Anyway, so that's kind of the plan. That way we can get, characters like Milan that doesn't have any merch, Chi that doesn't have any merch, York doesn't ever really get any merch, so if we get enough funding, we can have merch of all 20 characters if we wanted, so that's kind of the plan. But for now, I'm just keeping some of the more favorited, I guess, characters in here. Oh, what is Spider yapping about? Oh, Green Demand. It's about this art here. So from my original Magical Princess Guy manga, we have other characters other than me that exist. Here we have a character named Belgium. And here we have a character named France. And you might be wondering, why do they have Earth City or country names? And it's because they are species of the alien race Kanar, and every generation, the Kanar have to conquer a planet, and so the people who grow up in that generation are named after places on the planet that they are destined to conquer, which is Earth next. Yay! Kawaii Girl says, I was part of Pokemon Club at school once. Oh, that's cool! My sister used to be really into collecting Pokemon cards when I was younger. She played the game with one of our neighbors, but I never played it. I would just ask her, I would beg her for cards that I wanted and then put them up on a bulletin board. Hello Spider says, I have so many stickers on so many surfaces. Yay, nice. Akane says glow in the dark, so I'm going to need to have them. How much will they be? I think that the sticker sheet will be around $10 since it's a little expensive to produce. It'll be about 5.5 by 6.5, and then have all these stickers cut out individually, but it'll be a little cheaper in some of the Kickstarter reward packs, where I will combine a few things to try to give a discount on buying a lot of the merch. So that's what I'm going to try to go for, but I'm still trying to construct it. I'm trying to get this set up to launch next month, but I am going so slow. Connie says, Chi merch, please. I will actually beg. Oh. Hello Spider says, Milan merch, please. Yes. France is, like, actually pretty short. Like, he's not that much taller than Sky, which is kind of funny that I made him so short. Like, I think that Chi is, like, an inch or so taller than he is, even. Rainy Man says, I love how Milan is a Balkan name, so a native like me sees that and dies of laughter. Oh, interesting. Akane says, wait, Allie, bring her idea, go to Makeshift and ask them to make a sky plushie. I've thought about that before. I should probably do that eventually. But I would want to set up, like, a whole different campaign for that. And I think that getting myself to do Volume 8 is more important first, but I have seen in recent years that Makeshift has been pretty popular. And, I mean, a sky plushie would be super cute, so I would have to look into that, but that's a good idea. Bye, Umbra, have fun! Nice to see you! Alice Spider says, the majority of my sticker collection is on the closet doors, and I have a lot of stickers on there. Also have some on sketchbooks, iPad, card binders, and water bottle. Yay! I'm honored that they're in so many places. How tall is France? Like 5'5"? Yeah, I think so. I think he's about that height, because Sky's like 5'2", so he must be like 5'5". He looks a little short, but I think that's pretty much how tall he is, if I had to guess. Green Man says, aw man chat, we fell off double-digit members. Oh, was that people watching? I'm happy that there was so many people watching. Yes, once I went back to drawing instead of reviewing anime, people decided to leave. Alright, here's my cartoony version of the pirate ship. For these stickers, they're all going to be fairly small, and I kind of wanted them to look like a little sloppy, kind of like a illustration in a kid's book or something like that, I guess. It's kind of liberating to just draw things and not go back on them. Just kind of like, wow, that's ugly. It stays. It's been a while since I've let myself have that kind of mentality about drawing, that's for sure. Alice Spider says Pepper is so tiny. I know, she's so tiny. Kane says, now I have a random question. Out of all the good characters that is not Sky, which character would you say has the highest possibility of snapping and becoming a villain? And why would they? The good characters. So, let's see. I think Storm, if you can consider Storm a good character, because I guess technically he's on the good side, he's like friends and whatnot, he has the highest potential of snapping. Like, he already wants to be like in the military and a pilot for, this is him by the way, I'll just zoom in, a pilot for, you know, the military on Rabufru and stuff, and he's very jealous and like possessive, maybe a little too overprotective of his friends when they don't really need it. I definitely think that he has the highest potentially to, like, just lose it and go and join the villains if he thought that it could help his friends in some way, and then, like, it doesn't help them, obviously, but I just feel like he has a high potential of that happening to him. I also kind of feel like Pepper could, like, snap or something, like, become a villain if all of her friends died or something like that. I can see it happening. Like, she's so sweet and innocent, but I think if something really tragic happened to her, she would become a villain to, like, avenge people's death and stuff. I can see it. I don't know. Does anybody have any theories? Who has read Magical Princess Guy? Pie Girl says, can you talk about how you make stickers? So, for stickers, I use a company mostly called Sticker App, which I can put the link in the chat. I have used several companies over the years, and this is my favorite company. They do a great job, and I like that you don't have to do like a standard like square size, that they give you custom prices. So I'll do and basically they have like a little 3D viewer, like you just upload your file and it'll show you how it'll look, what size it'll be, what kind of material it'll have. They're super easy to work with. I've sent them emails and they've helped me out greatly. So basically I just create the art and then I send it over to them with whatever kind of specifications I want. It's pretty easy. So I would recommend checking them out. I also have a question from DS who says, Allie, well, your shirts come in bigger sizes like 3XL. So because I stock such a little amount of t-shirts, I tend to only do up to 1XL. However, if you get my t-shirts from any of the pre-order windows, usually when I'm making t-shirts, I'll put up a pre-order window where people can order in any size that they want, sometimes different colors, and that would be your chance to snag one in whatever size you need. I will have some t-shirts, hopefully for the Kickstarter. It'll be a stretch goal. I'm trying to keep the price like fairly low to start out with and do stretch goals. But I want to have 2 different t-shirt designs. One that is for the in-universe rock band, Rock Sugar, and another one that features Sky. And I'm still working on that design, but they will be available in any size that the t-shirt company that I'm going to work with has, which does have up to 3XL, I know. I think they might have some larger sizes on a few of the cuts, so I'll make sure that I can, you know, make the largest sizes that I can during the Kickstarter campaign. Oh! X says a no C-L plus Z drawing challenge. Oof, that's rough. Can I use the eraser tool or no? Greedy Man says maybe printing and selling them through some site for the stickers. Eyeless Spider says Storm, my detested. That's so funny. Instead of my beloved. Kane says Pepper. Villain Pepper fans go wild right now. Green Demand says never watched it, but I like Milan the most. Funny name, so I say him. So it's not something that you can watch. It's like my original series that I work on. So it's only in a comic book form. I've been working on it for the last few years. Milan is already a villain, so you're good there. I'm glad you like his name being funny. I can show you what he looks like. I have a comic page that I recently finished of him that should be within easy reach on my desktop. If only my computer wasn't so slow today. Okay, let's see, where is it? this one. Floating. Okay, there he is. That's him. He is very, like, sleep deprived. Villain guy. So this is what one of the pages looks like from it. And then, like, you can see all the different layers. I'm trying to move them. My computer's, like, lagging. It's like, why are you doing this? So that's kind of, you know. Okay, now I gotta press back. Because it would really stink if it, like, auto-saved that, and then I have this really, like, messed up version of this page. Okay, there you go. Green Demand says, I kind of hate how time zones make it so that streams are normally right before sleep. I think this stream when I was sick was in 4. You stream at 2 p.m. for me where we play multiplayer games. I typically don't play multiplayer games, but I could definitely try to do some earlier streams. Right now it is 3 p.m. for me, my time. 3:30 rather, I guess. Kane says, I also wonder if anyone from the Canara or Belgium side actually ended somebody's life. Would they feel guilty? Would they feel remorse in that case? Are any of them truly evil? So, Belgium has most definitely killed people. Now, I don't really know, like, you know, the circumstances. I definitely know that she's, like, killed people that she's stolen from, or if governments from planets attempt to stop her from stealing from them. It's like she's not afraid to kill some people, and I mean she's technically a villain, you know. She is actually a villain. I think that she has some good in her, but also she's done some really bad things. So I don't know if I can really, like, redeem that about her, but, you know. And some of the Kanar have as well, you know, during some of the past wars. Now, the younger Kanar, like, France and London and York have not killed anybody, and they would feel really bad about it if they did, because they're younger and they haven't been in any huge wars. They're really just on, like, this reconnaissance kind of, like, mission to find information and kind of, like, infiltrate Rabufru. Alice Fighter said, Villain Pepper fans go wild. Yeah! And the letter, yes, the letter is making a return in the plot. Green Diamond says, whenever you mention Belgium, all I imagine is the country of Belgium with stick legs and arms. Oh, we were at 12 viewers. Okay, bye, everyone. I hope they come back. When is the next Undertale stream? Hopefully soon. I'm thinking about trying to do it later this week as, like, a birthday celebration for myself. I think that could be fun. A good time to do it, too. I'm gonna put this a little larger. Since things have been so busy in my life, but that could be, like, a good excuse to play a game, I guess. So that might be on, like, a Tuesday or Thursday, but I'll have to see what ends up happening in my life. And put those stars right there. Oh, it's about to take off? Okay, I should turn on my fan for it. I thought it was going to be cold enough today because it's like 50 outside, but I guess it's not cold enough in the house for my computer to not want to blast off into space. BC says, hi, I'm watching your stream through my phone because I do not have good internet. Thanks for hopping on, BC. How have you been? Alice Butter says, has Milan killed people? Yeah. Yeah, in the past. I don't know how he feels about it though. Not that many though. Like he's never been in any like large scale wars. It's mostly that he's done like bodyguard work for the queen since she was really young. And he was kind of like her childhood friend slash bodyguard that the royals kind of put in place to always be around her and protect her. And there have definitely been some cases over the years where people will come and see the queen and try to kill her, so he's had to kill people during that for sure. I tend not to like talk about it in the series, I guess. Eyeless Putter says Belgium Myrtle couple. I'm glad that that's a highlight of their ship. Is that they're both murderers. X says, what is your email to send you art? Let me type it in. It's in the chat now. Akane says, I'm sorry all these questions. Oh no, I love them. But Sky's whole thing is protecting people and bringing peace. What if she achieves that, but she loses her best friends because the Kanara killed them? Since Sky would technically never be able to fulfill her desire anymore, would she drop the idea, take revenge, or just keep trying harder? So, I think you'll get some answers to that kind of in the next bit of the series, where she kind of realizes that there's like other factors to peace and protecting people that she didn't quite understand before, and she kind of has to come to terms with the pros and cons of how you think you're protecting people is like not actually helping sometimes. And she you'll just have to see. You'll have to see how she deals with that, but she goes through a rocky phase, I guess. Let's put it that way. I do love the questions. I'm happy that you're excited about it. It keeps me excited about my project. Just trying to find a picture of Belgium so that, yeah, there we go. That I can get the colors off of her for her chibi. This is the cover art, by the way. This is what's going on the cover. It was fun to draw her in such a dynamic pose. I've got to go back through all my random stuff here. Okay, now I get to color her. Greeny Man says, why is an orange called an orange if an apple's called a red? Eating a burger with new honey mustard. I don't know what that means, but honey mustard on a burger sounds pretty good. I've never tried it though. I usually make Belgium's hair lighter if I'm going to do a chibi. I do really like honey mustard. It's been a while since I've had it. I used to make it at home, you know, just put some honey and some mustard and stir it up. Kane says, I see. Now I'm like even more excited for the future of the series. Good, I'm glad. I'm really excited about this volume too. It's taken me a long time to get around to doing anything with this. I feel like I'm very much like a perfectionist with this volume, which is unusual for me, but there's definitely kind of like a shift in some of the tone of the series this volume. And so I wanted to take my time with it and time with the world building. And I'm pretty proud of what I've done with it so far, and I hope that everybody who reads it likes it. So yeah, I'm trying to get to the point where I can have a Kickstarter. I usually like to do my Kickstarters when I'm like 1/3 done with a volume, and I'm pretty much at that point now, so that's why I was like I should just try to get it out there, but it's just taken a lot more work than I assumed, or rather I have a lot more going on than I assumed, so we'll see if I can actually get it out there this month, but I'm trying. I was kind of making this asteroid kind of like bluish, but most asteroids are more like irony colored. So I'm going to do it a little bit more red. There we go. Spider says, Belgium, she's so pretty, explodes. Spider down, says. Good, I'm glad you like her. She, you know, she's never had any merch at all. Like, at all. Like, no stickers. Like, she's only had, those character cards that I did that one time. And I think only, like, 2 people ordered character cards with her on it. So she's, like, a very rare character for there to be merch of. And she has, like, a pretty big role in the series, so, and since she's on the cover, I decided she was going to be on the cover. I don't care what anybody says. I was like, I'm just gonna make some merch of her, you know, she deserves to be in this sticker sheet, and also I just thought she would be very cute in the glow in the dark, and her eyes can glow red and that kind of thing. I'm just doing some random colors, but I might change them up later depending on what's going to look best. Because the darker colors won't glow. So I'll definitely have to like think hard about what colors I want everything to be. Bye, Green Demand! Thank you for coming, and thanks for the fun emails. Spider said if Belgium had merch, I'd buy all of it. Good. Bye, Green Divan. Spider said if MPS had more merch, Belgium, York, and France are the characters I would collect. I'm hoping to have, you know, have more stuff of all those characters. Obviously of France, like that's why I put him in here too, because he is the secondary main character, you know, like officially, and so he needs more merch. And so that's why I'm trying to do this sticker set of all of the characters. I would really like to be able to get to York too. I kind of put the characters in order of how many people ordered character cards of them. And that's why the ones that I've drawn are in that order, but if we can get enough people interested in the Kickstarter, then I can make all of the characters have their own stickers. And if the series got even more popular, then we could do things like standees and like even t-shirts and stuff with the individual characters on it. I don't know what that looks like yet, but I would love it if I could have more merch made. Right now it's a little tricky because I ended up living in a small house for a year, and now I'm moving and I don't really know where I'm moving, and don't really have a place to live at the moment, and so I'm trying to sell off stuff so that I don't have to like put it into storage. That's kind of what's happening right now. But I am planning this Kickstarter, and I will keep making stretch goals for as long as people keep funding it. And so I'm hoping to get a lot of stretch goals and get people interested, but it might be tricky since I haven't really been that active on social media the last few years. Trying to find a picture of France so that I can get his hair and skin color. Here's a cute one. I think this hair color is a little light. I'm gonna do it a little bit more yellowy. Sorry, now I'm like losing my voice. You can tell I'm not used to talking on stream. It's been a while. I was like losing my voice after talking for 2 hours. Oh my gosh. Hyla Spider says, I don't have a definite one favorite character. York, Belgium, and France play ping pong with the top spot. Aw, that makes me happy that they're all so loved. Akane says, oh, even better question. Are there any scrapped, unused characters or designs? I'm curious as to what their names and intentions would be. That's a very interesting question, Akane. So there's definitely a lot of like scrapped iterations of characters. Like you know, even character designs for Sky back in the day that I scrapped, designs for France that were scrapped. I will say that like Madrid and Rome and Sydney were supposed to be scrapped characters. Like I made them up a long time ago and they were supposed to be part of the plot, but I was like, no, I think we can keep it simple and not have all these additional villains to work with. But then as I wrote the story, I was like, man, I really kind of miss this more like political on the Kanar side plot, which kind of ends up happening with those characters, and so I decided to bring them back from the dead, I guess, as it were. I'm trying to think, any like unused characters. I think I kind of ended up just reworking any characters that I thought might not be used to kind of like stick them in, but they definitely had a lot of variations. Yeah, it's kind of the weird thing. I'm like, I think that no characters were really left behind in the end. I have a lot of old sketches of the different characters, though. I have some old sketches on the computer here. I don't know if any of them are any good. Looks like most of them that I have saved are like my sister's old drawings of my characters. None of these are super old, so these are kind of like the character designs that have now been like zooming into my... Here's a good one though for like a change in Sky's outfit. Like this is what her outfit was going to be for a long time. I'll open up that. Oh, this is another good one too. This is old character designs for the main crew. Okay. So this is actually a current drawing of her old design because I didn't really have a good image of it in 2013, but this was kind of like what she was supposed to look like then. Let me see if I do have an image from 2013 of that. Sort of, I guess this one maybe? I don't really know if it it shows it that well. These two, I guess. Here's one from 2013 of her original character design. Here's another one from 2013. And then I have some even older ones, which is pretty cringy. Like, when Sky was supposed to be a horse girl, I've got one of her. I think this one was from, like, even earlier. I want to say, like, 2011 or 12. Let me see if I can find it. I also got to restart my music. Zoom into these. Where is it? I just saw it. Where? Yeah. This is really funny because it's like from 2010 or something, but I like misspelled character. Yeah, I think this is definitely from like, I think this is actually from like the end of middle school, honestly. I think I was probably even younger than I think. But anyway, there she is with her like horsetail. Oh, it's so cringy. This weird like modern cartoon. Oh, I can't even look at it anymore. Get away from that. Here are some sketches from, I want to say this is like 2014 or 15, of some of our other Kanar characters and like their heights. They all kind of look the same at this point. I managed to kind of make them look a little different nowadays, but this is how they used to look. Alice Sweater says, oh, I hate Madrid too. Yep. Alice Sweater says, I love all the characters though, except Storm and Madrid. Hi, welcome back, Kawaii Girl. Alice Sweater says, I'm working on editing a short video about some of my MPS headcanons. I couldn't find a picture of Madrid, so I just used fan trash. Yeah, as you should. Yeah, I don't know where you can find an image of him. I guess I can like get one up right now of like how he looks today, but I go to my cover, look at Madrid. The hairstyle is so cute. Hi! Welcome, Izayoi. Kawaii Girl says, I'm working on a book. Yes, Akane says, ooh, what's the book about? Akane says, he's not a good character, but I mean a good written character. Thank you, I'm glad you think so. Yeah, I do like her hairstyle from this phase. Like, I actually am kind of like, man, why did I not keep this? This is adorable. Like, I do really like it. I like, this one too, where she's got, like, the long pigtails. Is super cute. But I kind of am partial to, like, this little fluffy ponytail. I just ended up, I guess, going with something different. I like this outfit, though, a lot, actually. I love her, like, futuristic boots. I didn't go with this look because I wanted to be able to cosplay her, and I wanted easier boots, or like shoes to find, so I ended up going with the Mary Janes and long socks, which did in fact make it easier to cosplay her later on, but I do kind of like this look better, and kind of like, maybe I should have gone with this one, but the past is the past. Okay, so you managed to find everybody except Madrid, Rome, and Sydney. I can email you images of them if you want. I have color images of each one. Yes, there is the... Well, I guess the digital copy might have the color ones. Oh my gosh, I just got some amazing fan art from Zen. Or X, rather, I guess. I don't know. Are you Zen or are you just X? Somebody else was named Zen? I don't know. I'm sorry. But it's super cute, so I'm going to open it and show it to everyone. It's Mew Allie! Oh my gosh! I love how the pin is just like floating up there because Mew can use psychic powers to move the pin. That is so cute. I love it. Thank you. My dream come true. I'm finally Mew. Like I always wanted to be when I was 5. So cute. This one says, I go by both. Funny thing is, I'm using my PC and my phone, and that's why there's Zen and X. Okay, I felt like you were the same person, but I was like, why would that be? But I'm glad that I wasn't wrong. Thank you so much for this fan art. It's so cute. Okay, back to this. Man, I have to get ready for dinner at some point, but I'm gonna try to stay for a little bit longer. I don't know if I should do the moon like bright yellow or a different color, but we're just gonna put it that way for now. Get sky going here. Also do the star on this one bright yellow for now. But who's to say the star couldn't be like pink or something? I don't know. Okay, now a picture of me. Grab my skin color, hair color. Kawaii Girl says that their story is about a witch girl who opens a portal to Earth and pretends to be human. But when she opens a portal to go back, this boy grabs onto her and they get sucked into the portal. Oh, so he goes to the witch girl's world. That's an interesting one. What a cute concept. I'm also trying to keep these stickers pretty simple because they will be that glow in the dark and I want them to be able to kind of read at night, like in the dark. So I didn't want to make them too complicated, so I took out some of the details of everyone's outfits so that they were a little easier to read. I hope these turn out good. I'm probably going to order a sticker sample of this sooner rather than later, even though it's kind of expensive to order like one of these, so that I can tell how it's going to look. Because I really don't know what to expect for making glow-in-the-dark stickers, but I'm excited about it, that's for sure. I wanted to do this for a while. This has been a merch idea that I've been like, oh, wouldn't this be cute? Quiet Girl says, basically the witch ran out of the portal shards to open up another portal, so now the boy has to live with her in the other world. Cute! How does the witch get more portal shards, or can he never leave after she runs out of them? Now I'm curious. I do an even brighter pink for the shoes. Alright, this is how it's coming along so far. I'm just going to go ahead and do like a black background, because we're not going to want the background behind these characters to glow. Anything that's black won't glow according to the sticker people. Oops, I'm going to do other layers. Now I can't really see what's happening back there, but get rid of it in some areas, like around the ears. You're gonna turn your underbrail, I don't know why I couldn't say that correctly, undertale, into a novel. Yeah, sure, send me stuff. Send me my email. Quiet Girl says she has to collect portal shards from the magic system, which is hard to explain. It's always fun to read things where there's like a complex magic system. That's always a lot of fun. Right, dark sticker sheet. The Rabufru ships are kind of like baby blue. Glad at least I made these ships a little bit more interesting than the Knar ones in the end. This one I was also like, just metal though. Nothing crazy. And that big metal mermaid on the bottom that shoots lasers out of her eyes. Okay, now for Knar, which I'm gonna do kind of pink, I think, instead of strictly red. With the red band around it, no moons. And for Rabufru, has one moon. And I'll have to add some green land on that. But I'm just laying some base colors. Some stars. Shooting stars. I'm excited to see how these will glow in the dark. I don't know what color to do that little galaxy there, though. Alice Sweater says, I have 9-ish concepts for original stories, haven't written any of them. Most of them I want to make into novels. One of them I want to be either a comic book or a show, and one of them I want to be a visual novel. That's really cool to have so many concepts. I think it's good to start developing those kind of concepts, and then they can just sit in your head for years, and then when it's finally time to like turn them into something, they've been like marinating and becoming better. You know, I had Magical Princess Sky sitting in my head for a long time before I did anything with it. So I definitely think that's beneficial to have them like all brewing in there for many years. Akane says, I have this one concept for original story. I'm sure I showed you the character design for that one spider. Still have yet to write it. Alice Spider says, big metal mermaid on the bottom who shoots lasers out of her eyes. Beautiful. I'm glad you like the big metal mermaid. I'm gonna do some like blue windows on this. If Galaxies is kind of like purpley. I'm sure I could add some detail to it to make it look a bit more like... I guess the sticker sheet might kind of look like this. I'm definitely going to clean it up a bit and change up some of the colors as I figure out just how this is going to appear when everything glows in the dark. This is it's gonna be pretty fun to see, I think. Like up on the ceiling or something. And each one of these stickers I'm planning on being able to cut out. Let's see how many stickers. I think these stars are too close to France to be separate. So that's 1 sticker, 2 sticker, 3 sticker, 4 sticker, 5 sticker, 6 sticker, 7 sticker, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 stickers on a sheet. Yeah, I think that'll be cute. And I'll probably do like a starry sky background behind the stickers. I can test that out. So I'm going to kind of do like a mock-up of what this could look like. Alright, so we're going to do black behind all the characters, like this. Oof. Definitely going to have to work on that. I'm going to copy that and go back a few. First, I'm going to do a white layer. And then, yeah, there we go. So something like that, I guess. I'm definitely going to clean it up. And then do black in the background, but now we're going to come over here with like a star brush. Maybe I have a better one. Let's see. I think my little walking animation is kind of covering this, but you know, so we like make a starry background, maybe a little less than that, to kind of go behind the characters. But then these stickers you can't really peel off, it's only the ones on top, except for, I guess, if you wanted to cut it out by hand, I think. So it'd be kind of like these are the sizes and shapes of the stickers themselves, I guess. Connie says, I'm gonna head out for a little bit. Take care. Hope you're still streaming when I'm back. I will not be, unfortunately. I have to get ready for going to dinner at a family house. So I only really have a few minutes left of actively streaming. But I'm so glad that you stayed and came by for so long. We had 2 hours of work on this. And I think it turned out pretty cute, a little sloppy. You definitely gotta, like, fix it up before the Kickstarter thing and figure out how it would look when it glows in the dark, but I definitely like it. I forgot I gotta do France's boots. I wish I could stay longer and work on some other stuff, but maybe I'll stream again this week for my birthday. I'll probably do like a game, but I would like to work on these eventually, somewhat on stream within the next few weeks. I've got to decide which of these characters. These are like the kind of like the top favorite characters according to what fans usually order or ask for. So I have to kind of figure out which of these I'm going to do. I want to choose 4 to be in the existing Kickstarter, and then the other ones will be like added on as we go as stretch goals. So that's what I've got to figure out. Sin says, time flies, doesn't it? Yes, it does. It does fly. Just gonna clean these up a little bit. Get the white out of the background of some of these so it looks more like it's in space. I definitely think that Belgium's clothes are too dark. They're not going to show up when it's a glow in the dark, so I'll have to give her like lighter clothes. She can wear like red boots or something? I guess kind of like pink boots? I don't know. You're gonna have to think about that one. Oh, you're back already. Okay. I thought you were gonna be gone for like a while, so I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to stream that much longer. Kyla Sweater says, the stickers look amazing, I love it. Yay! I'm glad you think so. Yeah, I'm really excited about this Kickstarter rewards. I will run some of my other plans for rewards by y'all before I head out. I can actually just show you guys, I think, a preview for my Kickstarter graphics that I'm doing, and I can like run through what I'm planning on for the rewards. Because some of them haven't been designed yet, and I'm still kind of like wishy-washy about whether or not I'm going to do them or not. So what I can do is that work? No. No, it didn't. Do a screen share thing? Forget where I can do that. Here? Display capture? Is that working? I don't think so. Is it working now? No. There we go. So I'm just gonna have it like this so that I can see the comments. I'm sorry if this looks insane and crazy. I can also put this behind. Yeah, that's fine, I think. So this over here. Hopefully you guys can see this. If you can't, let me know. Akane says Kickstarter. Isn't that like where more money you spend, the more rewards you get? In that case, I'm getting the highest tier. Yes, that is like Kickstarter. And then the other thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start with a lower amount of money, and then I'm going to just add a lot of stretch goals, and I'm planning on giving a lot of the stretch goal things away to the higher tiers. And so like the more money that we manage to raise, the more products we get, but also the more products everyone gets. Hi, welcome Tacky Wolf. Also, Allie-chan Art clips. No, I didn't know that I had a clip account. Is that you, Akane? So this is my my Kickstarter like information that I've started to create, with a preview of like the cover and some informations about it, what the story is kind of about, obviously places where I have to put new images in, preview of the pages, and the rewards. I'm going to have a freebie sticker with every purchase for sure. I have this idea of like a very, I said 3-inch, but I think it's probably going to be 2 inches to save some money, of like a sparkly sky sticker, really highlighting her eyes being sparkly. And then obviously the character collection vinyl stickers, which I already showed you guys a preview of. I'm planning on starting with probably Sky, Anise, London, and Pepper, because they're kind of like the fan favorites, but then every tier that we unlock, we can unlock more characters, so we could get up to all 20. I have my Art of Volume 8 zine. If you remember the Volume 7 zine last time, it's large, it's like 10 by 7, and then it has all of the color images from throughout the volume. As a color zine, that's definitely one that I want to do. Obviously the glow-in-the-dark sticker sheet, which you guys know, I was just working on it, so that's what it's gonna go right here. This is kind of an interesting one that I wanted to make, but I don't know if it's really worth it. But I had this idea for like a tourist souvenir pack for Rabufru. There's a trifold brochure with a map of the planet Rabufru on it. There's also a postcard that says something like, "Visit Rabufru." And then there's also 2 Polaroid style prints that are 2 by 3 with art of the characters doing something silly together. And this would probably be maybe one Polaroid of like the characters from Rabufru doing something, and another one of characters from Kanar doing something on Rabufru, so that could be fun. So those are kind of the rewards that I'm thinking right now. I would also have the original ink artworks, which I do every time, and then they become part of the story or background that I do every time. But as far as like physical merch, I have like some add-ons, and then I have the t-shirt designs I want to do and a new enamel pen that I want to do, but those are kind of going to be locked behind some of the like stretch goals. This is kind of my proposed stretch goal tiers right now also. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Connie says, yes, it was me, I run that account. Oh, good. Oh, I'm so excited to see them. Sun says, I'm so excited for the Kickstarter, and Isla Star says, that's so cool. Thank you. I'm also working on my tiers list here. Obviously, there's nothing in them yet. Also, my notes about money, my About Me section, website section, reviews. I have some reviews I pulled up Etsy and YouTube and so forth about my book. And it's a frequently asked questions section. I'm trying to make it look very cute, professional. But anyway, that's kind of how it's going so far. It's going to be kind of limited with the rewards, but I'm hoping to get a lot of stretch goals, so that's kind of my goal. And we're back to the glow-in-the-dark stickers. Akane says, me too, it's very hype. Yay! I'm glad it's hype. I'm also excited for it. I hope that I can get it launched for November. I hope, fingers crossed. If not, I'm not sure when it'll launch, but we'll see. Takia Wolf says your VTuber is so adorable and cute. Thank you! I appreciate Takia. My creator, or rather me, I don't know. I'm having identity crisis, you can tell, but I rigged and drew it all myself, and I'm a character from my original comic book series as well. Thank you. So it means a lot when you say that it's cute and you like the VTuber, because I did everything. Quiet Girl says, Allie, I was wondering if you can make art of my characters. I do take commissions. I have commission prices on Etsy right now. I don't know how much time I have right now to do commissions. I can always do request streams, which I do every few months though, for doodles of characters, which is free on request streams. But as far as commissions, you can take a look at my Etsy for all the prices there. I don't think I have traditional commission prices, but I think I should have one on there. My Etsy, by the way, y'all, is going to probably mostly close in a few months, like as I'm transitioning and moving. And that's why I have this big sale going on right now, so that I can get rid of some of my merch and stuff to lighten the load in my suitcases as I move and put things in storage. I don't think I'll be able to like consistently have merch and stuff up for sale. I might keep my digital items up for sale, as well as any digital commissions up for sale, but as far as my books, they might be kind of like unavailable for a few months at the end of this year. So I'll have to update you guys as that happens, but most of my merch is going into storage, which is why I'm trying to get rid of it. Akane says, hey Allie, we have a Chi tier. It's a special tier and you only get Chi rewards. Oh my gosh, I wish. Maybe someday I can have enough merch of every character where I can just sell like super fan packs of certain characters. So it's like if you get the France pack, it's like all France merch, or the Belgium pack, or the Chi pack. That would be a lot of fun. If this Kickstarter does well, then we'll be on the way to having more fans. Which would be awesome. Obviously, I need to put more effort into my social media for that to happen, but that's something that I just struggle with. Sun says, "Oh my gosh, a London tier." Yes, he's fairly popular too. So I wanted to for sure to have a sticker of him. I think for the trying to find it for the sticker designs. I've got to choose like 4 or 5 of these to have starting, and then we can add all the characters as we get more funding. But I was kind of planning on it probably being like Pepper, Sky, Anise, and London, because those are pretty much the most popular ones. And I was trying to decide on his outfit. As you can tell, like, I just don't know what kind of shoes he would really wear other than his Kanar boots. I feel like he just likes to go shoeless, so I have these weird, like, leggings on him right now. Maybe I'll give him shoes. I don't know. He's wearing, like, this corset and his necklace and this shirt that he's tucked in very stylishly there. Obviously, Sky's wearing her pajamas. I have this kind of, like, nautical-themed outfit for Pepper. I was debating whether or not to give her a cookie tray or not, because I feel like she always has to be carrying desserts in any art that I do of her. I was like, maybe I can let her drop the desserts this time, but she's like so cute carrying them. And then Anise is pretty popular. I was trying to figure out some way to give him a cooler outfit. He's got like this bomber jacket and some torn skinny jeans. I don't know if that's really trendy enough, so I'm still thinking about it, but Sense is my baby boy looking like a grown man. Yeah, I mean, usually I draw him kind of like a chibi most of the time, so. But he is really very tall. It only really looks that way when he's actually like next to other characters who are all like, Sky's like 5'2" and whatnot. Okay, I'll give him shoes. I just don't know what kind of shoes, okay? But he'll get some shoes. Sun says I love the outfits in the lineup, super cute. Thank you. So that's kind of the plan. Today I want to do... I've gotten some requests for tea from Akane. It's going to be tea next, and then York and Milan in Belgium, because Milan has never gotten really anything of himself anyway. Even though he's been a part of the series for like way longer than other characters, but you know. I would love to stay and start working on these. I do have to get ready to go. Isla Spider says, is London really tall or is everybody else comically short? So it looks like some of these characters I didn't really put on the right line. Let's put a line down actually. Okay, I can do this before I go. I'm gonna put a line down so we can actually have everybody like stand in the same area. I'm gonna put them all kind of like there. So Storm can come up, stand on the line. France can stand on the line. This is kind of like more like there. I think Anise is not really on the line. Just gotta look a little bit more. So he's like 2 inches taller than Sky. And then obviously London is there. I feel like actually Storm is too tall because London is taller than Storm, I'm pretty sure. And I think London is maybe even taller than this, because he like definitely stands like at least like a head above France. So I guess to answer your question, I guess London is comically tall. But Milan is even taller. Sun says we all look up to London. Sun says, I should draw a meme where London tries to go to the store and he gets turned away for not wearing shoes. It seems like true London behavior. Akane says, I have a question. If the series does like really well and sells like thousands before the series finale, with enough people wanting a part 2, like maybe volumes 11 through 20, would you continue? So, I do have a plan for potentially a volume of extra stories that have kind of, there's a lot of extra content about like day-to-day life and like jokes and especially stories about Belgium's crew and how they all met and got started. But as I keep going, I'm kind of running out of room to add in those more mundane and backstories. And so potentially after the series is completed, if people want it, obviously I'll do a large volume of short stories. There will also one day, I want to at least do a magical princess Sky story about all the characters when they are older. But I would probably take a break and work on some other things in between there. But it would be really helpful if people actually like this series and it sells well and I can come back to it sooner. Because there's still a lot left about the universe that I want to tell that's not necessarily relevant to the main series going on right now, but I would love to tell in the future. So that's definitely something that I want to do, Akane. Akane says, do you think the story will need continuing after the series finale? Do you think the ending is perfect ending to finish on? I think that the ending that I'm going to finish on for this series definitely wraps it up for what happened in the series. Like, I think it's a good ending that gives a lot of closure for the characters, and it's not open-ended, but again, there's stuff about the world building that I've kind of put aside to focus more on the plot with the Canard here, when there's other plots with Earth and such that can be focused on in future stories connected to Magical Princess Sky. And so I really hope to tell those stories one day. Says, my estimate is like London's around 5'11" or 6, and Milan is around 6'3". Your guess is as good as mine. I think that you're probably correct on that. I think, yeah. I think that makes sense. I'm really bad at telling heights. I just know Sky's height because I based her height off of mine so that I could cosplay her easily. And then I had a friend that was like 5 inches shorter than me, so she was like 4'10", and I based Pepper a little bit off of her. And so I was like, okay, you know, she gets Pepper's height kind of thing. And so that's all I really know. All the rest of the characters, I'm like, we can just kind of go off of that for what everybody else's height is. Sun says, I would love extra side stories. Good! I hope to do the extra side story book someday. I saw that Sailor Moon has like an extra side stories volume that I had got, and I thought that was a really cute way to keep the main plot like serious and going, but then for like super fans who want to know more, and all like the cute and mundane stories can go in there. Because I've been trying to like have in every 2 volumes I have 1 or 2 short stories. You know, either fantasy, AUs, or side stories from Magical Princess Sky universe, and I'm kind of running out of space for it as I get closer and closer to the end, so that's kind of the issue. Akane says, would Buff Chi be canon in the series where everyone's grown up? And is Madrid dead? Yes, to both of those. You'll be very happy. Madrid is canonly dead, and Buff Chi is actually canon, yes. He's going to become a planet-hopping news reporter who tells the truth across the galaxy, and he's gonna go into like war zones and like save people and tell people stories who can't speak for themselves and get to the bottom of government conspiracies. Yeah, he's gonna be really cool when he's an adult. Unlike this goofy guy he is now, and I'm sure he'll actually get into some real disguises. Instead of just like wearing a top hat and a mustache and calling it a day, like he'll probably wear like those freaky like PVC masks and stuff to really change up his identity. As Harry says, Sky is my height, yay! It's a good height. Akane says, yeah! Okay, I have thoroughly enjoyed chatting with you guys. Thank you for supporting my story and watching my streams, even those who don't. It's a fun way to work on my stuff and feel motivated about it. And I always have fun talking to you guys so much. And Kane says, I love the series. Yay, thank you. That does mean the world to me. I'm hoping to try to get this launched in November, so I'll probably try to be streaming more merch and stuff more to kind of publicize if I can make the time for it. I hope so, but we're shooting for that, so just keep an eye out. And I'll hopefully see you again this week for a birthday special stream. And I'm going to go and get ready for dinner. I hope everyone has a lovely evening. Kane says, my favorite manga to exist. Keep doing what you do, Allie, and keep being you. Thank you! Oh my gosh, so sweet. So I said I stopped watching Octonauts to join the series, so I go back to watching Octonauts. I love being here. Thanks, enjoy Octonauts. Alright, bye everyone. I'll see you again soon. I can find my ending screen. I haven't streamed in so long, I'm like, where's my ending theme? Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, bye!